Hey guys, Patrick Johnston here again with Go Dominican Life here in the beautiful city of Puerto Plata. One of the areas I first came to back in 1988 when I was 18 years old. Came first flight out of Canada, was right here to Puerto Plata. And I came here once and I said, I gotta come back. And now I live here. Funny how that is. But we're here on the Malecon, which is a beautiful boardwalk. So you have the city of Puerto Plata, a boardwalk across where people exercise and do all types of things for entertainment and restaurants. But we're here right now at Big Lee's restaurant. Big Lee's is one of the places I love to go. Number one, it reminds me of home. Number two, the beer is always cold. And number three, they have the best fish and chips in the entire Dominican Republic. So, this is Big Lee.
Hello, everybody.
I'm going to tell you about how I know Big Lee, and then Big Lee's going to tell you exactly the real story is. How about that?
Sounds good.
So I met Big Lee probably 3 or 4 years ago. Every time I came to Puerto Plata for business and pleasure, I'd make sure I came here for a burger, cheeseburger, and onion rings.
Yes.
Or the fish and chips. So I always frequent it. I've been on his Facebook business page for the whole time. And we shared back and forth some stories as expats do. But just recently, 2 days ago, I think.
Yeah.
He put a photo of, which is the trend on Facebook, a photo of 10 years ago and a photo of today. And Big Lee is, as you know him now, is not Big Lee.
No.
This is Mini Lee. So, but he had a goal in mind, and I'll let him share the goal and the prize. But first of all, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you so much, Patrick. It's a pleasure to have you here and to interview me and to talk about my bar restaurant.
Yeah.
It has been a pleasure. The first time I vacationed here 16 years ago, I couldn't wait to come back. So I came back the next year and the next year. And by the fourth year, I just moved here. It's been the best move I've ever made.
And you started, these are casetas, and they're four corners.
Four corners of the same building.
And you started with one, which was the bar only.
Yeah, started with the bar, which is the front, added the kitchen, which is the back, then added another front corner, which is rented out for a lady from Canada.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. And the big part here is that I think for me, when you're living in the Dominican Republic, sometimes you have those cravings.
Yes.
And you know, if you're staying at an all-inclusive hotel, Pringles does the trick.
Yes.
In a week. But if you're living here, you need to have that onion rings, fries, fresh cut fries, by the way, fish and chips, because it reminds you of home. So why don't you tell us about your style of how you do it?
What I wanted to do is have a small menu that fit what people from North America, Canada, United States, England, Scotland, United Kingdom, and Europe were used to tasting. And my idea was to have the best meat for the best burgers, but our recipe for fish and chips, bar none, is just spectacular. And we have the homemade beer batter, we have the homemade tartar sauce, we peel and slice the potatoes after you order, so everything is spectacular. It's been an honor to be in business for 10 years, about 10 and a half, and for all of that time rated 5 stars.
Yeah.
5 stars on TripAdvisor. It's such an honor, and on Google, we've been being hit 25,000 to 30,000 times every 30 days. Now, that's an honor. We've worked hard for 10 years. I keep my employees. My waitress has been with me for 8 of my 10 years. My main cook has been with me for 9 of the 10 years.
That speaks for consistency and quality and
Yes.
a good work environment.
Well, the nice thing is she's consistent, and when we are full, when we are packed 8 tables waiting for food, she doesn't get flustered. She just
knows what to do.
Knows what to do.
Yep.
Knows what to do. And it's an honor. It's also my wife's youngest sister. So
Speaking of such.
Speaking of such.
So Big Lee, as you know him by his name of the business, was 100 pounds
Bigger.
heavier, or bigger, let's call it,
Yeah, heavier.
than today. Tell the story about why, how, and the prize.
This is a beautiful reason why I opened this business. I met a beautiful girl. I was mesmerized. I asked her out over and over and over, and she said no. But she said one day, I'm never going out with you, but I'd like to work for you. I said, give me 2 to 3 months, and I'll have a business, and I'll call you. So I started my weight loss that day. By the time I opened in 3 months, I was down 30. She was my first hire. 4 months later, I'm now down around 70. And that's how Big Lee's started, because I wanted to date Mariella. Now, we've been together 10 years and married for 3. And I had to lose that 100 pounds because I was just too big. And now I'm kind of Big Lee, maybe tall Lee.
Consistency, persistence,
Yeah.
keeping the eye on the prize, and the prize.
You have to have a goal to change a lifetime of bad decisions on food.
Right.
And because I wanted to date her, and now I'm married to her, and I've lost 100 pounds, and she may have saved my life.
Yeah, that's the side angle, but it's very true.
It
Yeah,
is.
very
I'm no longer on 7 medicines every day for 10 years.
true. Wow. Yeah. Well, I can tell you on a personal level, we have
Yeah.
a similar story that way, where this country also saved my life.
Yeah, okay.
So in 2019, I had to make a decision similar to that, and I did, and
Okay.
I am also medicine free as a result.
Fantastic.
So
Fantastic.
this country is not about everything that is on YouTube. It is
No.
about a whole bunch of other things, because fruits, fresh fruits, 12 months a year, fresh vegetables,
Yes.
12 months a year. The chicken is really chicken.
Yes.
The pork is really pork, and the beef is really beef.
There are no preservatives unless you go buy something specific that carries preservatives.
Mostly North American food.
Mostly North American imported food.
Imported food, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The irony, of course, we're still talking the best food here, fish and chips, cheeseburgers and onion rings. However, everything's in moderation.
Everything's in moderation.
Yeah.
And our serving sizes are large. Our prices are, for hot dogs, $3, to our biggest plate, which is 4 fillets of fish, $9. The normal purchase is 2 fillets. The French fries, which are chips, and a side salad, which is $7.
Hey, look, I went back to Canada in December of just like a
Right.
month and a half ago, and I went to the typical mall, the typical fast food place, and the typical combo was $15.
I've had people from Canada come to me and say, I own a bar. I have fish and chips as my specialty on Friday. We serve half what you do, and we charge twice what you do.
Right.
She says, I can't give you the name of my bar because I'm too embarrassed. But it's a compliment to what we do here for very little money.
The other big thing for Big Lee here is that, I don't know, half a dozen years ago maybe, the cruise port opened here
Yeah.
with Carnival Cruise Lines and
Yes.
related companies. But in the last 2 weeks or month,
Yeah.
the second cruise port has opened.
Yes.
So you watch what's going to happen. You get 2 competing cruise line
Yes.
giant companies.
Almost every day we have a
Boom,
a
boom,
new
new
cruise
ship coming in.
Yes.
And I know, because of TripAdvisor, before they get here, they're figuring out where to go.
Well, 43% of all North Americans check TripAdvisor before they land or go to a new destination.
Yeah. And so it speaks to a number of things. Internet marketing, being connected on different apps like TripAdvisor,
Right.
YouTube, Facebook, and groups, responding to people as you always do.
Yes.
Posting your clients, your guests that come in.
Yes.
I always see those and I always make comments. So it's part of the game. We do that same thing in real estate. So
Well, we've got 3,500 people who follow Big Lee's Beach Bar. That's just 2 words, not 4. Big Lee's Beach Bar. And we do a lot of charity. So people from around the world help us help the poor children.
Tell us about that, because it's all about the beginning of the school year.
Yes.
So talk about that.
Well, for 7 years, outside of last year, so 7 of the last 8 years, what we do, the children are allowed to go to school for free, but they're not allowed into the business, into the school, unless they have the school uniform, belt, the correct socks, and leather shoes. And 2 days a week they wear a sport uniform, and they have to have black tennis shoes, the correct belt, the correct shirt, the correct pants, and the correct t-shirt. So I added all that up, and if you add a backpack, and if you add school supplies, and maybe some underwear because they're a year older,
Yep.
that's $100 US. I'm not going to give you the numbers for all 7 years, but just last year, because every year we've done more children,
Yep.
we did 56 children at $100 per child, and my wife shopped for all 56
All different sizes, all different. everything.
in less than 4 weeks. So these kids go back to school and know they can get in because they have a brand new full uniform. And I've been asked about, well, do you pass down the old uniforms? You got to understand, they wear this uniform 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And you wear that for 9-10 months,
Yeah, you're done.
it's done. So that's why we get them 2 shirts.
Yep.
And during the course of the year, we might need to get another pair of shoes or another pair of pants.
Yeah. And that's all raised from your business and all your client base.
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes people can afford to send in $100, but sometimes a child is supported by 3 or 4 different donors for $20 to $30 each. And we never have a question on it because I tag the people who donated and show them the picture of the child and what we bought for them.
That's cool. And how do you collect the money? Is it on a PayPal account? or-
PayPal account.
Okay. So what we're going to do is you're going to share with me that account? Or,
Yes.
So that we'll publish that on this video in the notes.
Cool.
So that if any of our viewers donate, I will also match that.
Okay.
So if you tell me what's happening and on the links, and we'll do the same thing and match that.
Well, it's been such an honor. Thank you so much,
Thank you
buddy.
very much, Bigley.
When I was here for about 5 years and I saw these children that weren't in school, I asked why. And they can't go unless their parents can afford to buy almost 6,000 pesos worth of clothes and shoes and tennis shoes.
Yeah.
These poor people can't afford that.
But $100 changes their life.
$100 changes their life.
Yeah.
And there are some children we've now helped for 7 consecutive school years.
Wow. 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 So, when you're in Puerto Plata, and you're going to remember, of course, us, Go Dominican Life, you're going to come to Big Lee's here, have some fish and chips, or I'll always have, the cheeseburger and onion rings, because you can't find quality onion rings in this country.
You can.
So I'm Patrick Johnston.
I'm Big Lee.
And we're here on in Puerto Plata on the Malecon. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye-bye.